Welcome to the Corona Cooking Show.
You will need all-purpose flour, 3 large eggs, and some salt. Pour 2 cups of flour on a counter or in a bowl. I'm doing it this way because it's more fun. Take your salt and sprinkle a little bit. You can mix it together using your hands or a fork. I forgot to get a fork, so I'm using my hands. Push all the flour together into one pile. And use your fingers to create a well in the center of the flour pile. You want to be creating kind of a bowl shape so that you can put your eggs inside. So now take all 3 eggs and start cracking them inside of the well one by one. You can use a fork or a whisk. I'm going to be using a fork. So whisk all of your eggs together inside of your flour bowl. While you're mixing, you're going to gently and carefully bring in some of the sides of flour. You can also just push it in with your hands, or you can just kind of scrape the walls with the fork. A few minutes later, you should have a very sticky dough. Start kneading it and adding little bits of flour at a time. With a few minutes of kneading and adding flour, you will have a nice, non-sticky pasta dough. Bring it all together to create a ball and set it aside. Next, you are going to get a medium-sized bowl, your dough, of course, and some plastic wrap. You're going to, I have no idea what I'm doing right there. You're going to take your pasta dough and put it inside of your bowl. Cover the bowl up with plastic wrap. And let it rest for at least 30 minutes. Put down parchment paper and take flour and flour your surface with a lot of flour so that your pasta dough does not stick to your work surface. Turn your bowl over and let your dough out. It will stick to the bowl, so it'll take a long time, or not. Okay. Take a paring knife. When cutting, be careful. Split it into quarters. Take each quarter and roll it in the flour. Make sure to evenly coat them in flour so that the pasta dough does not stick to each other. Next, take your rolling pin and roll out a thin rectangular shape of the dough. Make sure to flour it well so that the dough does not stick to itself. Next, roll your dough together and slice them so that you get spirals. Next, unroll all of your spirals so you get your fettuccine pasta strips. Repeat the steps on all the balls of dough, making sure to flour every time so that your pasta dough does not stick to itself. But if you do not have a rolling pin, you can do the same with your hands. Just stretch it out and pat it down to get it thin and long. Once you have cut all of your pasta dough, boil a pot of water. I didn't measure the water, I just filled the pot up about halfway, so you probably don't have to measure it either, as long as the water covers the pasta. Once your water is boiling, carefully take your pasta. Sorry for the bad lighting and stuff, but anyways, take all of your strips of pasta in a hand or two, and very, very gently, making sure to not splash any water on yourself, put in your pasta. Sorry for the terrible transition you just saw. Make sure to mix your pasta so that it does not boil over. Once the pasta is almost cooked, lower the heat so that you don't have to keep on mixing it a lot. Next, take a pot, a small saucepan, and take 1 or 2 jars of Alfredo sauce. Try to open it. Okay, open it. And pour in all of the Alfredo sauce, or as much as you think that you will need. Next, next you're gonna bang on your jar of pasta sauce and get it all out. Stir your Alfredo sauce or pasta sauce every now and then so that it does not boil over. It happened to me and it was a mess. Next, serve your pasta.